Hey dressage superstars, welcome to Monday Motivation. My name is Tash and I'm a Grand Prix dressage rider from Australia. And Monday Motivation is all about pumping you up and having you pumped and ready for the week ahead in your riding. So today's quote I wanted to talk about: don't wait until you reach your goal to be proud of yourself. Be proud of each step you take towards reaching your goal. And this is so important, and I teach that when I work with athletes. You know, obviously you might have a gold medal goal. Obviously I do. I'm going to achieve a gold medal at the Olympics. Now, if I wait until I achieve the gold medal to be proud of myself, holy crap, I'm waiting a long time. And what if I never achieve the gold? Does that mean I can never be proud of myself? So no. And the thing is, if you are only focused on that goal and you say, well, I can't achieve any happiness, any success, any proud of myself, any of those emotions until I reach the goal, then you'll reach the goal, you'll feel those emotions for about an hour, and then what? So many athletes, once they reach the goal, sink into a bit of a depression. Me and my husband were talking about the astronauts. It's all about getting to the moon. It's all about taking that first step on the moon. It's all about the moon. But what happens after the moon? And astronauts can get depressed because it's like, well, I don't know. What does happen after the moon? So I think it's much more fun to be proud of yourself every time you do something towards your goal. Every time you say no to something that's easy and yes to something that's hard. Every time you get out of your comfort zone. Every time you dig deep and do what needs to be done, whether you feel like it or not. Every time you live by certain values that mean that you will achieve your goals someday. But you're doing what you need to do, I think is success. I think is winning. I think is something to be proud of. And that's how I live my life, so I'm very lucky. I get to feel proud of myself quite a lot. I get to feel happy a lot. I get to feel successful a lot. And many of you might say to me, oh, well, you're just weird and you shouldn't feel that. I can feel whatever I want to feel. It's my life. And there's unicorns and leprechauns. So I want you guys to think about in your riding this week, how can you be proud of where you are? Think back to the rider you were last year. Think back to the rider you were 5 years ago. Think back to the rider you were 20 years ago. And I love doing that. I love to think back to the rider I was 18 years ago who couldn't ride trot, couldn't ride, but loved horses to death. And I think if she looked at me now, she'd just be like, wow, you ride black horses all day, you're so lucky. And I'm like, I am lucky. I'm very blessed and very fortunate, and I'm only the rider I am today and the person I am today because of that girl that made all those choices and all those decisions and pushed through all that frustration and hardship to get to where I am. So I'm proud of that, and I want you to be proud of your journey because you're not who you were 20 years ago either. So you should be celebrating and you should be high-fiving everyone, and you should feel very successful for where you're at. So I trust that helps. Have a super week with that. Think about in your riding, how can you celebrate your journey? Maybe call up a riding friend and go, yeah, this is what I did. And I'll see you guys next week. Bye.